مع بلومبرج قال الرئيس التنفيذي لجولد ساكس ديفيد سوليمان قال أن الاقتصاد العالمي يمر بمرحلة بناءة نسبيا مدعوما بسياسات مالية تحفيزية وتخفيف القيود التنظيمية في الولايات المتحدة وأوروبا إلى جانب الاستثمارات الضخمة في قطاع الذكاء الاصطناعي والبنى التحتية المرتبطة به. نتابع.
I think the economic setup is pretty constructive, especially in the U.S. But broadly, I think it's relatively constructive. You've got a confluence of lots of stimulative fiscal policy in developed economies. You have a general deregulatory trend and tone, both in the U.S. and Europe, particularly in the U.S. after a very, very difficult regulatory environment under the Biden administration. I think the Trump administration is moving quickly to rebalance regulatory burden. And I think there's a desire in Europe to also improve, the regulatory situation. That's quite stimulative. Massive AI investment, infrastructure investment around the world, which is also quite stimulative. We've been in a monetary easing cycle, which also creates tailwinds. And we have midterm elections coming up in the U.S. where you certainly could see, specific policy actions, particularly around affordability that also could be stimulative in some way. So, economically, things set up nicely.
But?
Well, I wouldn't say but. A little bit the same as last year. There's a lot going on geopolitically. There's a lot going on in the world. And as that stuff plays out, it can lead to speed bumps or, distractions. We saw one in April with the rollout of the trade policy that kind of slowed the economic momentum down. We then saw a pivot. We got through that. Obviously, there's a lot of noise at the moment when you talk geopolitics, or you talk kind of global economic order. And people invest, people move forward when they're confident. The noise sometimes can sap confidence. I think at the moment, generally, things look relatively green. But that doesn't mean there aren't issues that could pop up.